Streaming platforms, distribution platforms, they're changing the game again. Now they're putting out new policies about AI-generated content, about samples, about licensing, and it's all designed to limit your ability to get paid. And I want you to pay attention to the bigger picture here, because this is the perfect time to privatize your business. To stop depending on these platforms to approve how and when you make money off your own work. Let me give you an example. Lander just sent out a notice. If your track is fully AI generated, you're not getting monetized. If your track has non-exclusive samples, you're not getting monetized. Even if your music is fully original, they can still flag it and delay or deny your release. And they're moving the goalposts. Now they're even charging creators more just to access the basic monetization you use to get by default. Understand this. These companies are not here to protect your business. They're protecting their business. And the more power they give themselves to decide what gets paid and what doesn't, the more they own your income stream. So the question is, why would you build your career inside someone else's system when they can change the rules at any time? This is why I'm telling you, privatize your business now. And I'm not talking about just setting up a simple LLC to look official. I'm talking about building a private LLC, controlling your publishing admin, and running a content creation house where you set the rules, not the DSPs. When you build it private, you don't rely on Spotify to approve your release. You don't rely on YouTube to decide if your track is monetizable. You don't rely on distributors to decide if your sample is safe enough. You own the platform you're building. Now people say, well, if I don't stream on DSPs, what am I going to sell? Who's going to buy a record? Nobody even has a tape player anymore. That's the wrong way to think about it. You can sell USB drives. You can bundle download links with your merch. You can sell limited edition physical products. You can run subscription models where people pay monthly to get access to your content, music, merch, behind the scenes, lifestyle products. The point is, stop thinking of your music like it's just a product to throw on Spotify and hope for streams. Think of your music like it's a brand, and your business should reflect that. One thing we're building into 369AdminGroup right now is exactly this, giving creators a structure to move independently. A lot of artists think too small. I'm just going to drop an album. That's cool, but why not build a subscription where people pay $15 or $25, even $50 a month to get exclusive content, your music, your merch, maybe even other lifestyle products that align with your brand? You can bundle almost anything. Custom vapes, CBD products, wellness products, whatever connects to your audience authentically. And now you're not just dropping music and hoping DSPs pay you. You're controlling a full revenue system that you own. And here's the part most artists don't even realize. Major labels designed the system this way on purpose. They want you trained to release through their channels. They want you trained to promote through their channels. They want you fighting over playlists, not building your own revenue engine. Because the second you build your own house, you're outside their monopoly. Understand, labels own venues, billboard space, ad channels, touring platforms, licensing pipelines, and they built that monopoly so they can control the flow of money. But what happens if creators stop feeding their system? The monopoly dies. And the way you do that is by privatizing what you're doing, moving smart, not broadcasting every move, building a lean, powerful business behind the scenes. That's what we're building at 369AdminGroup. Not a public platform, not a system where everyone sees every move, but a private publishing administration incubator. Creators need a home where they can build their business and own their IP, not lease it through a streaming platform. And I'll tell you this, the ones who figure this out now, while the platforms are tightening their rules, those are the ones who will win over the next 5 years. So the question is, are you going to keep playing the same game with the same rules? Or are you going to build your own system? That's what this series is about. That's what we're doing with 369AdminGroup.
Want to get paid every time your music is streamed, played, or synced? Let's break down how to register your music the right way. Step 1. Join a PRO, performance rights organization like ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC. Step 2. Register your song with the MLC, the Mechanical Licensing Collective, so you get paid for digital streams. Also, register with soundexchange.com. Step 3. Use a publishing admin service like SongTrust to collect your royalties from over 200 countries. Step 4. Use DistroKid or TuneCore to distribute your song and register your ISRC and metadata properly. Or stay independent, buy your own barcodes, and own your own ISRC codes and distribute on your own independent website. Step 5. Always file a split sheet if you have collaborators. Publishing starts with ownership. Document everything. Want help setting this up? Follow for more music publishing tips.
AI companies aren't the problem. The problem is they don't want to pay you. They built billion-dollar tools using your music, your images, your voice, all without asking. Why? Because they said asking for permission would kill the AI industry. Let that sink in. Meta's former policy chief said giving creators control would ruin the AI business model. They call it fair use. But what they're really doing is looking for a loophole, hoping the law won't catch up. Because if the law catches up, the money slows down. And right now, they're racing to lock it in. If you're a producer and you want to sample a track, you clear it, you pay for it, you get approval. But these AI companies, they want to sample your entire catalog without even a DM. Not just one track, your whole voice, your style, your catalog. And they expect you to smile and watch them do it. In the US, creators have to opt in to let their work train AI, but in the UK, they tried to flip it, opt out only. If you don't say no, they act like you said yes. And the biggest artists in the world already spoke up. Do not let this happen. But what about you, the independent creator? You think they'll wait for you to catch up? Meanwhile, AI startups are training their systems on your content and selling tools that compete directly with you. Tools that sound like your music, write like your script, move like your style. And they expect you to be okay with that. No credit, no check, no control. That's why we built 369AdminGroup. Not just to protect your work, to give you power to monetize it your way. You don't need to chase playlists. You don't need to chase labels. You don't need to chase Silicon Valley. You need structure. You need ownership. We're not reforming the system, we're replacing it. Join the platform built for creators, not built on them. Protect your IP, build your business, and stop letting AI eat off your plate without paying the bill. This is 369AdminGroup. We don't chase gatekeepers, we build the system. Are most celebrities set for life financially? That's one of the biggest lies you've been sold. Fame does not equal wealth. And if you don't understand how the system is built, fame will leave you broke. Artists don't sign record deals, they sign loans. The label acts like a bank. You get the advance, but everything comes out of your budget. Music videos, clothes, tour buses, security, private flights. And that $1 million advance, they know most artists will never recoup it. It's designed that way. You ever wonder why you see stars still touring at 70? It's not just for the love of the music. Most are trapped by bad deals, poor money management, and bloated lifestyles. Fame gives the illusion. But when the label owns your masters, your publishing, and even takes cuts from your merch, touring is the only way left to make real money. Lawyers, agents, managers, too many are working for the corporations, not the artists. Why? Because the label will be here longer than you. If they help you, they make money now. If they help the label, they stay on the payroll for years. This is why so many creators are backdoored, outnegotiated, and left broke, even after global fame. Here's the part they never teach you, and this is where your power really starts. If you're a creator, you need to start looking at everything you make as intellectual property. That album, that song, that music video, that voiceover, that merch drop, it's not just content, it's IP. And when you start thinking this way, you stop chasing fame and you start building a business. Now listen carefully, this is the blueprint. If you're working with a team, your producers, your managers, they are also individual companies. And you can merge together to create purpose-built companies. If you're producing, you can form a production company LLC. If you're a performer, you can form an entertainment production LLC. If you're selling music, you can form a publishing company LLC. Once you have your LLCs, the next move is Open business banking accounts for each LLC. Build your business plan. Define what your company will do and how you'll grow. Set up vendor accounts under your LLC. This builds your business credit. Deposit money monthly and avoid negative marks. This builds your credit score. At the same time, work on your personal credit too. Fix it. Clean it up. Because when you build both in parallel, in under 12 months you can access $150,000 in loans and credit, lease equipment, property, vehicles through your business, not your personal name, expand your operations with real leverage. Instead of chasing a record deal so you can flex and buy liabilities, you'll be buying assets, you'll own property, you'll have true business lines, you'll know your overhead, you'll invest based on growth, not emotion. But here's the thing. This level of movement requires administration, structure. That's why so many artists fail. They want the fame, but they don't want to do the paperwork. At 369AdminGroup, we built this to help you administer your IP, so you can think, build, and move like a company, not an employee. This is why we built 369AdminGroup, not to chase playlists or radio, not to chase the same systems that were designed to leave you broke. We built this to give creators ownership, structure, and the tools to move independently. Because if you don't build your own system, the industry will keep building one on your back. And trust me, they will eat first, every time. Join the platform built for creators, not built on them. Protect your IP, build your business. Stop chasing a game that was never designed to let you win. This is 369AdminGroup. We don't chase gatekeepers, we build the system.